We are back once again with another reaction video. Today we have Colleen Ballinger. She started to upload videos again ever since her terrible, worst apology ever ukulele song apology video, which is kind of what got me into making YouTube videos. Like, this thing was so awful, and there was a few key points of this ukulele apology that I felt were being slightly overlooked. One or two small details about it where people were focusing more on the overall clear points of absolute garbage. So we'll check out her most recent video since the ukulele video and see what she has to say.
I was being accused of some... Hello everybody. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've really missed this. I've missed talking to everyone every single day. Obviously, the last video that I posted on here, it's really embarrassing to say the least. I was being accused of some pretty awful things and I just was mad, and I should have handled that situation with maturity and empathy, but instead I just let my
Yeah. What do you mean you were being accused of some awful things? Like, the receipts eventually came out and you were saying some really off the wall stuff to some underage people.
ego take over.
So it wasn't just
I'm really
accusations.
disappointed in myself. So here's what I want to say today. Over the last 15 years of my career, there have been moments where I was immature, and
Were those moments when you were like 29, 33? What moments were those exactly?
inappropriate with some of my comedy. And there were times when I did not put enough thought into some of my fan interactions. And because of that behavior, people got hurt. And I am so sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody, but it's clear that I did, and I feel so terrible about that.
So far, at least it's an apology video. I personally, I think that people can change and grow, and I think maybe she's deserving of at least being a public figure again and getting back to her career. I genuinely think people can change, and that what she did wasn't as bad as her being so dismissive of it when she got backlash. I think that's worse than actually doing what she did.
I also feel like there's probably people who are disappointed or feel abandoned by me because of my silence over the last few months.
I doubt there is anybody who feels that way, honestly. It is more than understood. You disappearing was absolutely the right decision. Yeah, it needed to happen. You would have annoyed those people a lot more if you were to ignore it and just keep on trucking.
And I'm so sorry about that as well. I needed to take time to make sure I was listening and learning as much as possible. And I also needed to get the help that I needed to be okay. I'm a mom first and foremost before anything else, and I needed to take care of my kids. So that's where I've been, and but I'm back and I'm here now, and I am not a perfect person, and there are plenty of things in my past that I wish I could go back and redo, and
You're being super vague here, and it's a little frustrating to watch this because you're just being vague. Like, I don't know why people can't just say, I messed up, this is how I messed up, I'm not going to do this in the future, and that's that.
fix and change. I don't have control over any of that, and I don't have control over the things people say about me. I only have control over my actions moving forward. And
Because this is what they call word salad. She's saying things, but she's not really saying anything.
so I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I create a positive, kind, inclusive, safe space online with my content. And if you want to be a part of my journey online, I would love to have you, and if not, I completely understand. I do not expect anyone to welcome me back with open arms. I don't expect to change anyone's mind with this video. I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm sorry, and I wanted to try to show people that it's possible for someone to grow and learn and be better after making mistakes many.
So I'll make one point for her that I assume she's not going to make in this video. It's that you're just a person, right? Like, you just hopped on this YouTube thing. You just started making videos. You probably didn't really preemptively consider the implications of being this like enormously popular children's entertainer and all the responsibility and weight that comes along with that. Right? I don't really know how anybody could see that coming and prepare for that. And I think that's what happened to her, is she just didn't have that thought in the back of her mind going into this whole YouTube venture that I'm going to become this famous person, this like genuinely very famous person. Like, she has like a show on Netflix that I think got 2 seasons that is actually kind of funny, right? Like, it's goofy humor, and it's kind of funny. I kind of like her. I like her Miranda Sings character. Like, it's off the wall, and it kind of walks this line of children's entertainment that has a bit of edge to it, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily add up to her communications with some of her younger fans. Like, that's kind of a separate thing and still cross the line, but I can see how she would cross other lines in terms of her core like entertainment, that stuff that she was doing that people had a problem with. I could see how that could lead to that, but some of the specific communications, like with that Adam guy, I think is a step too far.
Many years ago. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to vlog again, and today I'm just going to film my day and share some simple happy moments and, start the process of starting over. And I know it's going to be awkward and clunky at first as I try to get back into the swing of things, but I'm going to try. So that's what I'm going to do. And thank you for listening, and thank you to anyone who supported me in any capacity over the last 15 years. I've really, really appreciated it. Yeah, let's get started with the day and see what happens, I guess. I honestly do not know how to transition from this conversation into a vlog, but let's try. Where do I even begin? So much has happened since the last time I vlogged. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, the majority of the last few months has just been spent in therapy, but they're so cute.
I'm just gonna skip along and stick to the real like
just like dependent on what they
apology video aspect of this.
Flynn decided that he wanted to be.
Yeah, this looks like it's just updating on her life.
That's what I'm gonna do now. Homemade cookie dough balls. I always.
She's cooking.
The internet,
just
because
the
if you
camera
watch
again.
me ever, you would know that I cry a lot. Anyway, here's my little Maisie spider, and I'm gonna finish cleaning and go to bed. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I think that when some of these content creators kind of have a downfall, whether it be her or Shay Carl or whoever it may be, it's kind of very interesting to see how they reinvent themselves and rebuild themselves. Like, there's a lot of entertainment value here, and it's weird that this isn't just that this apology video isn't separate from the like vlog video that it's attached to. But I can see like kind of the mindset of the creation of it, where you want to like get the apology over with, but then immediately give people the content that you're going to give them moving forward. So with her apology, I think that people genuinely, unless they did something truly horrific, unless they were like Michael Jackson, right? Like, she wasn't Michael Jackson. She wasn't having like these people who she was DMing literally in that bed behind her, sleeping in it with her. She didn't do Michael Jackson level stuff, right? Like, it's dark to joke about, but it wasn't like, no one genuinely got hurt necessarily, right? Like, it was mostly she just did incredibly creepy, inappropriate stuff. No doubt about it. It's unfortunate that she didn't exactly address it here, but it's really hard to address because like her job in essence as an entertainer was to walk that line. Like a lot of her humor as the Miranda Sings character leaned heavily on being inappropriate but also being kid friendly. And that's a really hard to like constantly be approaching that line but never cross it. So I could see how some of the, I mean, having somebody, a kid, like reach in her pants is like too far, but it's I genuinely feel like it was just really dumb decisions on her part more than it was like genuinely predatory action. So that's why I feel like she's worthy of, I can't think of the term, like people accepting her apology, right? Not necessarily like a redemption, but a revitalization, a recreation of herself. And honestly, like, I think she brings value, right? Seeing that recreation, that rejuvenation of her content for the people who have watched her for a long time, that's very valuable, right? Because this person will have adapted and changed as a person. There's no way that they cannot, and that will provide a whole different new level of entertainment value, right? Um, I mean, it sucks. Obviously, the whole situation really, really sucks, but at least there is some positive out of the situation. I'm sure she'll never make a mistake like that again. Never, never cross that line or come even close to crossing that line again. I don't know if she's gonna do like more Miranda Sings content. I don't know if she's continued to do it. Well, she's been kind of absent from the public eye. I really don't know. I always kind of liked her Miranda Sings character, even though I was like never a child while that character was around. I still like appreciated the humor of it. I never sought it out. I never like intentionally watched her videos, but if it popped up in my recommended, I would click it. I've seen a few of her videos and I liked it. And I remember stumbling upon her vlog channel and being like, you know what? Some of that humor that she brought to the Miranda Sings character really shines through. Like she's genuinely a funny, entertaining person and just attractive as hell to boot. I was like, damn. Sorry to be inappropriate, but yeah, just gorgeous. So seeing her downfall was really, really kind of sad in a way, because it's like you had somebody who was on top, who was doing such a good job, and who was clearly an inspiration to so many people, and then they made some really, really bad decisions. Granted, that was over time. It wasn't like they instantly made a couple bad decisions and, you know, like they were caught up in the moment or anything. This was a pattern of bad decisions, but it wasn't like across her entire career. It wasn't like a very frequent pattern of very bad decisions. It was like an infrequent pattern of mildly bad decisions. And people deserve second chances. I just hope that people who aren't her, who aren't at that level of like followers and view counts, and maybe people who aren't like a woman, people who don't have all these get out of jail free cards that she has, also get that level of acceptance and ability to grow and not have their entire life destroyed. You know what I mean? I think you have to believe that people can change and that redemption can happen, even if it's a small redemption. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never been a huge viewer of her content, but her vlogs were genuinely good. And I mean, I guess she's back.